in every movie, every book, and every childhood story. We are programmed to do one thing: cheer for the hero. The hero is noble, the hero is selfless, and the hero always saves the day. But let's be honest for a second. For many of you watching this, the hero is, well, boring. You find yourself drawn to the dark, the complex, and the broken, the villain. Maybe you found yourself agreeing with Thanos, or feeling sympathy for the Joker, or rooting for the bad guy to win just once. Society tells you this is a red flag. They say it means you have a dark side, but psychology says something completely different. It suggests that preferring the villain isn't a sign of evil, it's a sign of a high level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Today, we are decoding why your brain prefers the villain and what it reveals about the hidden parts of your own mind. To understand this, we have to look at the work of the famous psychologist Carl Jung. Believed that every human being has a shadow self. The shadow consists of all the parts of our personality that we hide from the world to be good people. It's our anger, our selfishness, our ambition, and our desire for revenge. From a young age, we are taught to suppress these feelings. We are told to be nice, to be quiet, and to follow the rules. So, when you watch a hero like Superman or Captain America, you are seeing who society wants you to be: perfect, moral, and controlled. It's an ideal, but it's not real. But when you watch a villain, you are seeing your own shadow expressed without fear or apology. The villain screams when they are angry. They take what they want. They destroy the things that hurt them. Psychologically, watching this gives you a sense of catharsis or release. You aren't evil. You are simply finding a safe way to explore your own suppressed emotions through them. It feels satisfying because, for a few hours, someone is finally breaking the rules that you feel trapped by every single day. There is another reason the hero feels disconnected from us. Perfection is fake. Heroes often represent an impossible standard. They always make the right choice. They sacrifice everything, and they rarely have selfish thoughts. For a human brain that understands the complexity of life, this feels flat. It feels one-dimensional. Villains, on the other hand, are human. They make mistakes. They are flawed. They are driven by very human emotions like jealousy, grief, love, and loss. If you prefer the villain, it's likely because your brain values authenticity over perfection. You respect the character who shows their scars more than the character who pretends they don't bleed. You find comfort in the fact that even powerful people can be broken, because it reflects your own reality. This brings us to the most important point: the tragic villain. In modern storytelling, villains are rarely born evil. They are made evil by a cruel world. Think about it. Most of the villains we love are actually victims who just didn't know how to heal. Research suggests that people who prefer villains often possess higher emotional intelligence (EQ). Why? Because it takes a lot of empathy to look past the scary mask and see the hurting child underneath. When the villain burns down the city, the average viewer sees a monster. But you see a person who was betrayed, abandoned, or abused, and is now lashing out in pain. You resonate with their struggle. Maybe you felt misunderstood. Maybe you felt like the world was against you. When the villain gives a speech about how society is broken, you don't hear madness, you hear truth. You connect with their why, even if you don't agree with their how. Finally, loving the villain is about a craving for freedom. The hero is bound by a code of honor. They have to save everyone. They have to be good. That is a heavy burden. The villain is free. They don't care what people think of them. For those of us who feel the pressure of high expectations, whether from parents, jobs, or society, the villain represents the ultimate fantasy: the freedom to stop caring, the freedom to be exactly who you are without apologizing for it. So, the next time someone looks at you strangely for rooting for the bad guy, don't worry. Liking the villain doesn't mean you want to do bad things. It doesn't mean you are a bad person. It means you are brave enough to look at the darkness and find the human inside. It means you accept that light and dark exist in everyone, including yourself. And that level of acceptance, that is the most heroic thing you can do. If you are part of the crew that understands the dark side, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to join a community that isn't afraid to explore the deeper parts of psychology. I'll see you in the next one.